May strength give me glory.
Stand down, Sergeant. When the reinforcements come, we march south.
Stand down? What do you mean? This is our chance to finish the ogres off!
Sergeant Olfin's impressed. Says you've got guts and you're fast on your feet. Assuming you can fight, I think we found the hero to finish these ogres off. Ha! There won't be an attack. I don't have the soldiers to spare. Abbot Duroc says you're a champion, though, and I trust him. I believe you can do this on your own. The ogre's leader is called Skull Crusher. He's big, he's mean, and he's nasty, but you can take him. I would send soldiers to help you, but another battle is brewing, and they have to prepare. It's a fight that's long overdue, but it's Clan Murtaugh's fight, not yours. Your fight is with the ogres. I need you to kill Skull Crusher and stop the ogres from coming through the mountain. The Iron Hands have been using a cavern to get through the mountains. I sent a mining team to collapse the cavern, but they never reported back. Find them and help them get it done. After that, we can clean up what's left. Now, it's time for you to finish them.
Yeah!
have to finish it. We were so close. Just those last 3 support beams and we'd have caved it in. There's no one left to help. Just me, and I'm spent. Get through the ogres and you could do it alone, though. A pickaxe to the support beams down there will bring the whole place down. Just down the hill. Shamargro Lorga had one. When we ran, the ogres followed him. I heard his screams. His pickaxe should be there. I'd give you mine, but it's all I have to defend myself. All right, take it. If you come back and I'm dead, though, I still want it back. I want to be buried with it. It's always brought me luck. Hope it does the same for you. You did it. I couldn't believe it when I heard the crash, but you brought the whole place down. Almost cost you your life. I searched through the rubble. Was just about to give up. Glad I found you, though. After what you did, it was an honor. You shut them down. Our soldiers cleared out the stragglers. No more Iron Hands. I know General got... Yeah!
So you survived. I worried you were buried along with the ogres. For collapsing that cavern, you deserve a medal. Unfortunately, though, General Godwin's in no condition to hand out awards. I don't know. When he heard the cavern collapse, he declared mission accomplished for the Iron Hand ogres. But then he ordered me to muster the troops and prepare to march. I don't understand what happened to the General, but I will say he just hasn't been himself lately. If there's anything I can do to help him, please let me know. They're just upstairs. I know Abbot Duroc will be relieved to see you. He said to send you up right away when you return. Whatever's going on, I hope you can help General Godwin.
say the Weiruses drove an old witch out of the Hag Fen. Even so, the weird sisters make me nervous.
Yeah!
You up for helping out a fellow adventurer?
It's no use. Unless they're whole, the spirits of the departed can receive no comfort. They say Lamias can talk, if they wish it. From what I've seen, they're little more than beasts. Please restore what's missing to the bodies. I'll guide their spirit.
You've led me back to moisture. Hist be with you.
I rejoin my egg siblings in the Hist.
I hear the Hist. Am I free? I bring memories.
It's done. My students once the fighting dies down, Aquinas and I will reunite them with the swamp as a fallen leaf returns to soil. I'll not allow the wounded to become food for Lamias. Pact or Dominion, I don't care. None deserve such a...
You return? You may attempt again. Remember, unnecessary distraction leads to failure.
Someone, please, please. So embarrassing. I twisted.
Yeah! Yeah!
What are you going to do about that Dominion soldier?
How dare you allow this to continue? The other one, the elf, he ran right past me. Well, a good deed is its own reward.
Yeah!
I've waited for you. You've undertaken the trial of the heart. Time is meaningless, for the true test lies within your own heart. You willingly failed a task to help someone in need. This was a necessary distraction. The trial of the Fang remains before you. You must fight while at great disadvantage. Bemikas will assist you in your preparations.
So few today beyond yourself and that Dominion soldier. He finished his trials before you arrived, and is currently in communion with the Hist. He must not be disturbed. I do. It's quite simple. Defeat any of these warriors in single combat to pass the trial of the Fang. Oh, and you must drink poison. Nothing permanent, just something to dull your senses. Here, when you feel the poison's fire in your veins, challenge
Your sickly pallor comes from root rot poison. Excellent. I accept your challenge, and I offer you the...
I see no lingering effects from the root rot poison. Aren't you a heart? Yes, and you did it well. Few make it past the trial of the mind, let alone all 3 trials. They're necessary to prepare one's body and spirit for what comes next. Good. I've prepared Hist sap in the bowl beside me. Drink it when you wish to commune with the Hist. It is different for every pilgrim who drinks the Hist sap. You may speak words or think thoughts that aren't your own. When the Hist shows all it wants you to see, find combat. You've done well.
My love, I found the right mixture. You've heard it before, I know, but this time I feel it in my scales. Drinking this will allow all of us to commune with the Hist. We'll regain what our people lost. I guess it's now or never. The Hist is in my mind. So strange. I must... My love, I found the right... This is in my mind. So strange. I must...
Years of work, and it all comes to this. I almost don't believe it. You should be the one. You communed with the Hist, refined the Amber. Placing the Zot stones was enough for me. It worked. Oh, and it's so beautiful. I must tell the others.
Ringy are upon us. Quickly, activate the Zot stones. Such power, were it ever to fall into the Kothringi's hands.
Turn. As Root Steward, I must say your vision remains a secret of the Hist. Zot stones. The Hist may be showing you a way to defend Hismir against some future threat, but I have not heard of Hist Amber in an age. You should speak with Kamaxe. If anyone knew gone, whatever the Hist showed him, he was in a hurry to act. Perhaps his people are threatened as well.
In your eyes. You've communed with the Hist, I see. You and the Dominion Captain make two outsiders in one day. A portent if there ever was. Fruit of the Hist. Its magic once powered the Zot stones, protecting us from our enemies all those years ago. But the Hist haven't borne fruit in an age. Oh no. Captain Hinamo also asked about the Hist Amber. Then he left here in great haste. If he possesses any amber, he could use the Zot stones upon the Root Stewards, the Pilgrims, everyone in his to ward the western ruins. If you find any Hist amber, keep it from Captain Hinamo's hands and return it as swiftly as you can. Should the Dominion plan to capture Hismir for themselves, I must prepare a defense. I pray the Hist Amber is lost to the ages. Captain Hinamo must not control Hismir's lost power. The Hist cares not for kingdoms or politics. It shares what we have forgotten. How we use its gifts.
Grandeur.
Move now! Split up! Fight now!
cry of your servant. Come forth and walk upon the face of Nirn. Will anybody help me? Thank you.
pleased the Hist today. Rather, you fulfilled the Hist's expectations. A subtle you unlocked a secret from our past. One so well hidden we didn't see it ourselves. will retain this memory until it is lost once more. Then, in a time of great need, the Hist will reveal your...
No freedom for them. These wretches will suffer for killing my men.
lives to me.
Authorization.
Yeah!
And I don't see our people.
I can't promise. I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
We still recall the god of
Speak very
What is it? Ah, Skyrim. It's been some time since I've seen its people. And its snow. I will enter the city and find a safe place to store the egg. Then I will enjoy the celebration. The Nords know how to keep the cold at bay. It's my favorite thing about it.
What?
Am I drunk? Or is it me?
A sharp blade solves more problems than... There's the King's Festival, if that type of thing interests you. Me, I'm not a fan of large crowds. They bring in all kinds of trouble. I don't trust that Stormfist clan one bit. We haven't seen them in a decade, but they showed...
Hail and all that.
Watch yourself.
No one can outlive vain Yeg.
Yeah!
Get yourself a drink. And yeah!
You've been gone for a while. Tell me you found something useful. Cheating at the Conanliker and the Stormfist clan. They haven't caused this much trouble since... Oh no. This is worse than I feared. We need to determine what's really going on here. While you were completing your mission, another competitor was injured. One of my best. The champion of Windhelm. This just got personal. I have another task. I want you to enter the next event, the foot race of the 9 holds. I name you Windhelm's new champion. That should confuse our enemies. If you're willing, go talk to the race organizer Lenning. He's along the western wall. Hurry! Speak to Lenning the Hawk and enter the race. I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed a bit higher. We Stormcloaks helped build Windhelm centuries ago. We're an old family, and we're proud of our heritage. What do I do? What don't I do? Rules and regulations. Meetings with King Yoren and other Thanes. Now I'm hosting pack delegates. A lot of political nonsense. Mostly, I delegate so that I can guard the city. People feel safer? Yes. They've come for the celebration, but also to meet with King Yoren about packed business. I try not to get too involved. In fact, I'm not sure how Yoren stands all the pomp and ceremony. It would drive me insane. You're good at digging up information. We're better to keep an eye on things than right in the middle of the race. I can't post guards at every tower. And as an outsider that no one has ever heard of, your participation should confuse our enemies.
Authorization. And I don't see our paperwork.
I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
if you're not participating in the race of the 9 holds, please stand back. I see. Thane Mara is playing her political games again. No matter. As the last racer to arrive, you get to light the starting flare. Get ready. The race begins as soon as you ignite the flare. Rules? Haven't you ever ran a race before? You have to run along the outer walls of the city and must pass through each of the 9 towers along the walls. 1 for each hold in Skyrim. The first racer to pass...
Oh, looky here!
What?
What do you want?
A good race, but you're outclassed. Thane Mara just left. She wants to speak with you as soon as...
What a race! I saw some of it, and I was informed of the outcome. That's an admirable showing. Even in defeat, you represented Windhelm and the Pact with honor. Sadly, Hadring was murdered during the race, felled by a poison arrow of orcish design. I'm convinced the Stormfist are... Someone must have seen something during the race. The assassins fled after their cowardly attack, but every rat has a hole to hide in. I don't want you to just find the assassins. I want you to hunt them down like the rabid dogs they are and dispatch them with haste and extreme prejudice. Do we understand? I'm taking the gauntlets off and granting you the authority to do whatever is necessary to deal with these assassins. I name you as Justice Carl of Windhelm. Dispense your authority. Excellent. I will mobilize the guard and patrol the city. King Yoren must be protected. When you find the assassins, destroy them. Bring me back something to prove to the king that the situation...
I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
Get yourself a drink.
A bit of gold to keep out the cold. I just don't know. It's so hard to remember. Generosity always clears away the fog. I saw one of those Stormfist clan ruffians with a bow flee south, out of the city. I thought it was strange that he ran just as the racer fell. He threatened a few people, but not me.
Come, have a drink.
The guards found more caches of weapons hidden around the city, but nothing else. I hope you had better. King Yoren's exiled brother Fildgor used to run the Stormfist Brigade. That's his symbol added to the Stormfist Fildgor is King Yoren's twin brother. When Queen Nirnhill fell in battle, the brothers joined forces to defeat the Akaviri, but then they fought over the throne. Yoren won the day and exiled his brother. What does any exile want? Needless to say, to announce his presence in this manner can't bode well for King Yoren. The final event has started in the Hall of Trials. I'll send guards to the camp. You need to go to the hall and help the king. Hurry, to the Hall of Trials. You must protect King Yoren at all. I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed.
They're all the same. Give an old a helmet and they get all high and mighty. It's no wonder the palace is still a wreck.
Gabriel and the heart was heard to shout.
Your prowess is impressive, champion. Come up here
My
so
king,
that...
The Stormfist cheated. These Nords have been poisoned.
Your brother Fildgor sends his greetings, false king. He wants you to know that he has returned from exile to claim what is his by birth and by right. Your rule is over, pretender. Prepare to die.
Poison, Fildgor. What is the meaning of this? Guards, seize that woman!
For Fildgor! For the rightful king of Skyrim! Show no mercy!
Stormfist bastards did their worst. Yet This was a message from my brother. One I wasn't meant to survive. I feared a mere scratch. Nothing more. The Stormfist clan's assassins are dead, and that's good enough for me. I guess I've become too complacent, while Fildgor's hatred has obviously deepened and festered. After dear Nirnhild fell in battle, my brother and I threw back the invaders. Afterward, we disagreed on who should succeed our sister. I believed in diplomacy and wisdom. Fildgor believes in rule by force. I couldn't let him take the throne. When I won the throne, I was forced to exile Fildgor. He never forgave me for that. So I assume he returned to take the throne. I wonder what he has promised his Stormfist and Orc allies. I need to think about this. Please tell Thane Mera that I'm fine. The ale is thin.
You're back. Tell me, is King Yoren well? That's good to hear. You don't know how relieved I am by this news. You risked your life even though you had no duty to uphold or vow to keep. To me, that makes you the champion of the day. While you were aiding the king, a runner arrived from Fort Morvenskar. The fort is under attack. Fildgor and the Stormfist clan are certainly behind the attack. It can't be mere coincidence. Windhelm must be protected, but it makes sense strategically, but we weren't prepared for this. We weren't expecting to fight a war while the Pact leaders were in council. I need your help. Captain Hamar sent the runner. Report to him. Find out. You upheld my honor and the honor of Windhelm. This Ebonheart Pact is worth more than I hoped. May all your enemies fall before you. I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed a bit higher. We Stormcloaks helped build Windhelm.
It's about time Windhelm sent someone. What took you so long? Just you? I hope you're tougher than you look. Sorry, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but we're in trouble out here. The Stormfists came out of nowhere and forced us to retreat from the fort. We escaped, as did Lieutenant Koruni and a few of her soldiers. I don't know what the Stormfists want, but we haven't seen that clan around here for... Koruni sent word that she plans to sneak into the central barracks. If you could liberate the soldiers that were captured during the battle, you could assist the lieutenant when she tries to retake the barracks. Good luck freeing our soldiers. I'll stay here and wait for the detachment from Windhelm to arrive. Anything to help with your mission, but we must be quick about it. Fort Morvenskar's primary purpose is to protect the royal tombs beneath it. Most of our departed rulers are buried here, including our dearly missed Queen Nirnhild. Beyond that, it doesn't really hold any military. The Stormfist clan hasn't been seen in these parts in almost 10 years. Back then, they supported the traitor Fieldgore. As to how they took us by surprise, I'm not sure. They came out of nowhere. Still, it dishonors us that we failed to stop them. I received word that Lieutenant Korune plans to try to infiltrate the central barracks and take out the leader of these invaders. Meanwhile, I need to wait here for Windhelm's soldiers to arrive. Then we'll sweep in and join the lieutenant.